This segment of DelmarvaLife is sponsored by TidalHealth.
Well, imagine opening your fridge on a busy weeknight and finding healthy, delicious meals waiting for you. Or you oversleep and you don't have time to pack a lunch. No problem. Your meal is prepped and your lunch is ready to grab and go. Today in the DelmarvaLife kitchen, we're learning simple, smart strategies for meal prepping so you can save time, eat better, and tackle the week ahead with one less thing to worry about. And leading the charge are our friends from TidalHealth. This is Dr. Nicole Alou, the director of the Family Medicine Residency Clinic, along with Dr. Andrew Jacobs, core faculty with the Family Residency Program. Welcome to both of you to the DelmarvaLife kitchen.
Thank you for having us.
So we're not just meal prepping, we are making healthy meals, is that right?
Yes, these meals are all whole food, plant-based. And so we wanted to kind of go over that because there's a lot of talk about that.
Yeah, what is that?
And so it's, a meal that's low in saturated fat. It's not really made with animal protein, although you have that option. And we tried to make it low in calorie, very, no saturated fat basically, and a lot of fiber and also your plant-based protein options.
So all the good things with a lot of flavor.
Yes.
Okay, so what do we need to do here?
So it's really important that you try to pick things that you enjoy eating, because even though you might be trying to eat healthy, you want to enjoy the things that you're eating. So we're going to do an Asian bowl, we're going to do a burrito bowl, and then later we're going to do Mediterranean, and we're going to do a tahini bowl.
Okay, and that's what you're going to do over here. All right, so but we're starting on this side.
So we're starting on this side. So this is fun because this is kale, and we rinsed it and kind of broke it into little pieces. But what we're going to do, I'm going to ask you to do this.
Okay.
We're going to squeeze some lime juice onto the kale to make it tender, and then you want to massage the kale to break it down a little bit so that it's a little more tender and easier to eat.
Okay. Do I use both of them, or is that enough?
You can do just one.
Okay.
And depending on, if you want to add some on the top, so what you want to do is
just get in there.
Yeah, get in there and kind of massage the leaf.
Ooh, I smell the lime. Okay.
The lime or the lemon sometimes
yeah.
makes it a little bit. Now, a more fattening way to do it would be oil, but we're trying to avoid that.
Okay.
So. And the citrus tends to break down the membranes too.
Okay.
So we're going to add a little bit of edamame for your protein.
Okay. And those are just soybeans?
And these are soybeans, basically. These I keep a bag of these in the freezer because you can add that to your meal. And then we just got some shredded carrots. You could get these shredded already.
Yeah.
So I should add that all of these veggies, I went to Walmart and it was all less than $80. I know a lot of people worry about the cost of healthy food.
Right.
But I think it's doable. I actually grew the lettuce, so I picked the lettuce last night from my garden. And we're gonna add a little bit of cucumber.
So you can kind of tailor it to how you...
Yeah, you could pick the things that you like.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So depending on if you are allergic to nuts, these are chopped Virginia peanuts.
Oh. But they're probably not roasted and salted, are they?
Well, they're roasted, but not salted.
Not salted, okay.
Yeah. So we could mix that up, just to get the lime juice in there. And then you have your nice healthy bowl. Now you can pack that because kale sits very nicely. Even if you pack this the night before, it's not all wilted when you get to go to eat it, and it's nice and tender.
Okay, so that's the whole bowl right there?
So that's the whole bowl.
That's the whole bowl, okay. So we're gonna have to wait until the next break, or the next segment, and we are going to finish up the other bowl and then try to get on these bowls as well. And we're gonna talk to you, you're not out of it yet. Stick around, DelmarvaLife will be right back.
This segment of DelmarvaLife is sponsored by TidalHealth.
The DelmarvaLife kitchen is chock full of healthy, nutrient-packed ingredients this afternoon. That is because we have some experts here from TidalHealth this afternoon, including Dr. Nicole Alou and Dr. Andrew Jacobs. Welcome back, both of you. And we made one bowl, and now we're going to make another one real quick. And this is your burrito bowl?
This is the burrito bowl. So you could use greens, or you could use rice. I did the wild rice, or you could use quinoa, which is very rich in protein and is gluten-free. and has a little bit less carbs than the rice. But I like to use the salad, so I'm going to put some grilled peppers, and these are warmed up. You know, when I take this for lunch, I just stick the warm stuff in the microwave, or the parts that I want warm. Like the black beans, I spiced up with a little bit of just Southwest spice.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then this is about a half a cup of black beans, so that's a really good source of protein. Some people might like to do grilled chicken.
Okay.
And I actually, I got some roasted sweet potatoes, which you can add, and this is cashew queso.
Cashew queso.
So this is no saturated fat, and it's really tasty. You can spice it up with a little chipotle pepper. And you can water it down if you'd like to do it as a drizzle. I got some fresh cilantro here.
Goodness.
And some fresh salsa.
That's incredible. You could probably feed that to your kids and they wouldn't know it was healthy.
Yeah, this is awesome.
That is great. So, okay, so Dr. Andrews, you are actually doing 2 bowls as well. You have, this is the tahini bowl?
Yes, so we've prepared these just in the interest of time. This is a tahini bowl. It could be made with either spring mix or arugula. In this case, I happen to have used arugula. And it uses some wonderful roasted vegetables. It has a roasted broccoli, roasted cauliflower, and also roasted beets.
Okay, I'm going to hold this up so that they can get a shot of it, so they can see how beautiful and colorful it is. So the roasted beets, can you buy them already roasted, or do you do them a lot at home ahead of time?
I like to. So these were roasted at home, along with the cauliflower and the broccoli. And then there's some fresh red onion in there just to give it a little bit of crunch and a little bit of spice.
Right.
Along with a homemade lemon tahini dressing.
Homemade lemon tahini dressing. That sounds interesting. Okay, and then the Mediterranean bowl. Now, I know a lot of people are wanting to try more Mediterranean style food, so this is a perfect way to start, isn't it?
And it is, and I think this is a particularly excellent one to start with because it's a very simple prep. There's no cooking apart from the quinoa, which can be bought in a quick cook format. Often at times can be microwaved, or it can be purchased dry, and it only takes about 15 or 20 minutes to make it at home. And as Dr. Alu mentioned, it is very high in protein and fiber and fairly low in calories. So this is the only thing that needs to actually be cooked in this. The rest of these are fresh vegetables that are fairly quickly prepared and will last a few days at least in the refrigerator if they are chopped and proportioned separately. So this is something that can be easily done ahead of time. And then to finish it off, we're going to take some fresh lemon with this handy little lemon squeezer that we have, and we're going to do a pure lemon juice dressing on this. It's going to give it a little citrus, a little flavor, and is again something that can very easily be prepared.
Now, I know some people, like my husband would look at that and he would be like, this is not enough food for me. So can you kind of can you bulk it up a little bit for different people?
So, you know, sometimes I'll add the arugula because it has a very nutty flavor, and you could put you could use quinoa or the rice with that bowl. If you need something a little more filling, like if you're going for a workout after work and you want to just, you know, have the energy to do that kind of stuff. So you can definitely make it, you know, a lot of these things that are, you know, no carbs, you can eat as much of them as you want.
Ooh.
Which is the beautiful thing.
That is beautiful. And like you said, you can change it up a little bit to suit your taste. Or
Right. Like not everybody wants to eat red beets. They do lower your blood pressure.
Okay.
And the lentils are really rich in protein, so you're getting a lot of fiber there too. So adding that kind of protein that's low in calories is really helpful.
Yeah. And then you can prepare them, like we said, at the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
And have them just to grab and go as you're heading out the door.
Right. So I prepared all of this. I'd say it took about 3 hours with the cleanup, and it cost less than $80, you know, other than the staples that usually I have around, which is the rice and some of the canned beans. Very inexpensive and easy to prepare.
Well, get this. We're going to post on our website a full list of everything that, you know, the different varieties and the ways to make these bowls so that you can make them as well. Just go to our website, DelmarvaLife.com, and click on what's happening today. Doctors, thank you so much for coming into the Delmarva Life Kitchen today. Hopefully, we'll have some more healthy viewers out there after this.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Stick around, Delmarva Life. We'll be right back.